Hello and welcome to another Whiskey review with me, the Whiskey Novice. Thank you for joining me. It is review number 177. We are taking a trip through some 12-year-old Scottish single malts, and this time we land at Fettercairn. Fettercairn there, owned by White and Mackay. A bit of an oddity. Fettercairn distillery in that their stills are cooled from the outside. They run water down the outside, causing quite a bit of reflux. So a lot of that spirit getting multiple distillations as that droplets are coming back into the stills. It's getting an awful lot of rework in the still. There, just a little drop for you. So what did I notice on this one? It was the colour about it. It's that colour. I read on the label or somewhere in the packaging about it being sunlight and golden sunlight and honey, or honey and golden sunlight or something like that, and I just thought, yeah, that's a new one, honey and golden or whatever it was, but it just sounded a bit silly to me. Anyway, let's keep going, shall we? Bottled at 40%, chill filtered, colour added. Let's not bang on, let's get in, shall we? Sweet malt, pear, honey and green apple. You know, not bad, not a bad start. Full ex-bourbon maturation, this one. And you can actually sort of tell there's no faff. It's just a nice, sweet, gentle, inoffensive nose. There's a slight hint of, it's a very specific kind of, it's a cold and flu lozenge that we would get here called Lockets. Haven't had them in a long time, but it just reminds me a bit of it. And they are honey, lemon, and that eucalyptol or eucalyptus oil. So yeah, there's a very definite hint of that in here. Some of it's not just so appealing. There's a floral note in the background, which is not unlike sort of it reminded me of washing powder. Now, obviously, everybody's washing powder is quite specific to them, I would imagine. But this was our washing powder that it reminded me of. Palate. Yeah, it's 40%, and it's a delicate, sweet, sour, even slightly bitter arrival. Delicate sums this up fairly well. There's nothing that really stands out in that palate. Once again, that sweet malt's there. Once again, the honey's there. More lemon, some lime. Lime zest. Hints of caramel. You know, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. Neither is it outstanding. £45 to £55, I suppose. Not a bad price. There is a bitterness there. A very sharp tang, I said, about lime zest. And it's showing up an awful lot more so than I remember when I was doing my tasting notes. I am quite a bit through this bottle. Yeah. Finish relatively long with hints of lime, chili and lime. I put literally 2-3 drops in there. I know it's 40%. I know I don't tend to add water to things that are 40%. But it's just, there feels like as if there's enough going on here to open it up just a little. You know, it's not a bad nose. It's not. And even that little drop of water opens it up that bit more. You get hints of pineapple cubes, or you know, as in the confectionery kind of pineapple cubes. More of that sweet malt. Although the malt now is becoming like a malt drink. Like Horlicks, for example. Weirdly, those 2-3 drops just made that feel so much thinner. That pineapple confectionery sharpness is in the palate. There is a definite bitterness in the back of that, which isn't doing it for me. No, that little drop of water didn't do anything for that at all. It didn't do the nose any harm, but it hasn't done the palate much good. Yeah, it's a bit of a roller coaster in fairness. It's £45. It's dear enough. I suppose if it was 40 even for this 12-year-old, maybe. Nice bottle, huh? I said earlier on, I believe White and Mackay. So White and Mackay, they're known for their price hiking when you look at the likes of Dalmore. So they're not scared to charge a penny or two. Like just, no, not really. Would I replace it? No, I wouldn't. I think I maybe actually got this on offer, in fairness. I think I probably did pay about £40 for it. Maybe even slightly less. So it's all right. But I wouldn't replace it. So then what would I recommend to you? Well, let's stay on brand, shall we? Because I'm going to suggest spend an extra tenner, buy yourself a bottle of this. This was the 2022 Warehouse 2 release from Fettercairn. Bottled at 48.8%, non-chill filtered, no colour added. A youthful nosing and tasting whiskey, I will say. It's a bit estery, it is youthful, but it's got a lot going on for what it is. And as I did say there, this retails 45 to 55, this retails 55 to 65. Pay the extra £10, it's worth it. And get yourself a bottle of Fettercairn Warehouse 2. That is my recommendation to you. Yeah, do that. I'm not saying don't buy Fettercairn 12, maybe it's your thing. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. It's a good nose. It is a nice, fresh, clean nose. But the palate lets it down. Yeah. So we'll leave it at that, and I will say thank you for joining me. Thank you very, very much to my patrons, should you wish to join that group. The details are in the video description below. I will also throw a little link up here for a video telling you more about my patronage, should you wish to know so. Thank you, my friends, for joining me. It's always great to have you in. Until the next time, look after yourselves. Here's to your good health. Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Please click and subscribe to be notified of further content.